Hello everyone, Sergey from Ushanka Show again. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Let's take a look at my family's old photos. Once again, this picture was taken in 1970s. I'll assume 77, 78, maybe earlier. And you see here my grandfather Sergey on the left and my cousin Alexander or Sasha on the right. So this is Uncle Misha's son. And once again, my Uncle Misha was 18 years older than my mom. So we had a huge difference in age between cousins. My cousin Sasha was way older. He was in college when I was still like not even in the school, I think. But anyway, this is how we did firewood. You got pine trees that my grandpa and us, went together to the collective farm forest, harvested. And I already talked about bringing that firewood back home, those pine logs. And now you cut them in the shorter pieces in order to split them. And if you watch my old video about moonshining, I always knew when grandpa is getting ready to moonshine because he will start cutting shorter, they call it rubancy, these pieces of wood. If he cut them shorter, way shorter, I knew it's for purpose to use them to burn in a moonshine cooker, because you have to boil mash in order to get the vapors going and make alcohol. So this is the look inside of the dvor. So this is area next to the house. On the left is the barn where we kept the pigs, chickens, and a cow. On the right you don't see it, but there's the house, and behind them is the main gate. So this is gate when you bring large items, with the horse and a trailer. And then we had on the right, behind my cousin, there was a door for people to get in, and there was a small fence separating. So here, chickens will be hanging out, pig will be hanging out, cow will come through the main gate. So this area was always hardly any grass. And as you see on the back, behind my grandpa and behind my cousin, there is a brush. So they're gonna use that too for starting the fire. So pretty much all summer long, just this saw, two-handle saw, they call it, двухручная пила. We never seen a chainsaw. My grandparents never owned one. And you always need two people. It's really hard to do it with one person. And you just go back and forth, keep on cutting it. A lot of firewood. And I remember grandpa played tricks with me. Because if there's no one else, I would be helping him, even being a little kid. Basically, the second person, at least you can kind of stabilize the side of the saw so it doesn't swing, because it's a long metal thin piece, so it'll be swinging if you don't have a second person. So he'll be telling me that how happy my father would be when he comes for his summer vacation. He see this giant pile of rubancy ready to be split. So that was my grandpa. My grandpa was cutting it down, and my father was doing the heavy lifting. He would spend days and days splitting wood. He will go mushroom hunting in the morning, have a breakfast, and spend an hour or so chopping wood. Then we go to the river if it's nice weather, swim, tan, do some fishing. He comes back, split some more wood. So that was kind of payment for marrying daughter and staying for free, of course. For the summer vacation, we would be splitting firewood. And of course, I was too young to do that, but I helped my grandpa a lot, cutting down these pine logs. And once again, pine was not dry. We harvested, the word for the dry, dead trees was suchastoi, dry stayers. They stay vertically and they dry. Whatever the forester remark, and those were usually just trees that he wanted to be removed, or we'll cut them down so it'll be still fresh sap. So they burned pine wood, and it wasn't seasoned. It didn't stay over season. Whatever you harvest in the summer, it will be burned in the winter. And they went through a lot of firewood because those log cabins were poorly isolated. In the loft, they used straw or hay for the insulation up there. So on a very cold night, when they wake up in the morning and they slept on top of that wood burning brick stove, they'll find a bucket with water. They'll have a thin layer of ice, so temperature inside of the house will drop below freezing if it's really cold night and windy. So yeah, they had to, that's pretty much, even when they retire, they still have to do that every summer. Harvest wood in the forest, bring it home, and then saw it by hand, and then split it by hand. So anyway, so yeah, that's this picture from 1970s. I need to get in touch with my cousin. He could be a photo model. He was very attractive. He was a very cool dude. Played guitar like God. I was really, I don't know how to say it in English, боготворил. So he was like a god Adonis to me. I was like, wow, he's so cool. He plays guitar amazingly. He's popular with girls. He wear cool clothes. So yeah, he was awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Below in the comments will be a link to the playlist where I post all these videos with my old photos, and we'll talk to you soon. До побачення. Goodbye.